Alright, so on this episode of Seat Time, we are putting a mini notch in the Tacoma because last week, I remember showing you guys that the axle had like maybe a finger's width before it was slamming into the frame. And thanks to Jacob Rhode, I ended up getting a set of these. And then if you'd like to introduce yourself, that'd be fantastic.
Brian
is over here putting this guy in. And hopefully we'll have some room for the axle to articulate without slamming into the frame. Cool. So you're covering all it up so we don't light anything on fire, I'm assuming, and then...
Well, even though it's cold out and fire's good, but right now it's not good when the truck is on fire.
Okay. We don't want to stay, go a little Tacoma bonfire?
No,
Tacoma
exactly.
bonfire?
We don't want a Tacoma bonfire.
The world's on fire. We might as well join it, right? And then, so this over the window, just in case any of these little bits take my window out. Although then I could do they have a one-piece glass for this? Man, that'd be awesome.
Well, let's not make it a necessity to find out if they do have one.
Yeah. Gotta keep it exciting, right? Here you go. What are we doing?
Basically making our marks and everything else to find center line, and then tracing, and then we'll be cutting out and making room for the install the notch to get another couple inches of clearance.
And then we end up putting it on the back side and welding it over?
Exactly.
Okay.
Once we cut the
front, and then it comes
cut
from
this
the back.
out, and it'll slide right in, and then we'll basically fully weld around it and box it in.
Awesome. We are at the trace it phase.
Yeah. Ready, hold on. No, I still have to make marks on this one.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm anything but in a hurry with this.
Tape. So, and this technically goes right there with the frame rail. Gets cut out. And we are... Where is... and go. So, now you see this is what we got going on is we have our template, what the piece to cut out and remove the section for the frame for the axle clearance.
Yeah.
The next step is to fully weld these and then install them, and that'll be the next segment.
Oh, so you're gonna weld.
We're gonna fully weld them, right?
Or outside, either or first. Then it's hot.
Right,
cut that out.
So this is all this here plate is fully welded inside and out.
Yeah.
Then once we cut this section out, then we'll slide it in, and then anything that sticks out past the frame rails, then we weld on the outside too. So we're fully welded inside and out.
Yeah.
And boxed in your frame.
Nice.
All right.
And you fully think this will hold up? This isn't, this is probably stronger than that initially is.
Well, it is, because if you think about this is just a C channel. Now you're boxing it in and creating a fully boxed in frame now with this.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be a lot stronger than factory.
Not that it needs to be, but it's a plus.
Always a plus, especially if you're drifting or anything like that. The boxier, the better. The more
rigid.
Right? Rigid is the word for today.
Well, let's see.
And so, as we were saying earlier, we're gonna fully weld this inside, and then the next step would be to weld the outside and then install them.
Cool.
So
it's
update in a minute.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It's kind of smoky from all that right now. It's not my fault for once.
And there we go.
Got a big window.
And like I said, I got my marks and stuff like that, and then these should be cool enough to...
That's the question. Are they cold enough to touch?
That there? Alright. A little bit of trimming in the pocket, and we'll get that side done and jump over here.
Oh.
Yeah, see? A lot quicker. Now, this is this side. this way.
Let's go. See
How close?
how it fits.
Yeah, we got the 3/16 the trim, but and then once we trim that, it'll sit in the pocket a lot better, and that's it. And we'll fully weld around it.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, so here we are. Got that all welded in. Sorry, I'm crooked with my hands. Crooked with the hands. Boom, we got all that room for activities. Pretty hyped about that, huh? So I don't know how much of the rest of it I'll film, but you know, that's what happened this weekend. So stay tuned for what happens next.